Welcome to the Healthy Highways Win. And this week I'll be talking about meal planning, which is one of my favorite topics. When I meal plan, what I do is I go onto different recipe websites and I look for ideas and inspiration for different things. And of course, I like the websites that have really good pictures. I'm a very visual person, so it helps me when I'm trying to meal plan. So this article we're going to be covering is called Tasty Make Ahead Meal Plan, and it's on tasty.co, which is a website that I use frequently when I'm looking for different recipes. All right, so an important thing about this article is it's very detailed and interactive. So it has a grocery list written out, of the meal plan written out, and it also has a lot of pictures, which I love, the cost of the meal plan, as well as meal prep tips and tricks. So if you're interested in, say, day one, those recipes, you would click on day one, and it's hyperlinked to a website with all of those recipes for that day. So it's very interactive that way. So another thing is it also outlines the cost of all of that 7-day meal plan, right, for one person. And they spent $50 in New York. What's important about that is if you're going to be making it for more than one person, of course, you're going to want to double, triple, or quadruple the meal plan. Just keep that in mind if you're going to be using this meal plan for more than one person. But I definitely feel that for 7 days for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack, that's very reasonable and cost friendly. All right, so this is the written meal plan. And what I like about these different meals that they have set up is they're fashioned after the plate method. So it's a 9-inch plate with a half of the plate being vegetables or fruit, a quarter of the plate being whole grains or grains, and the other quarter of the plate being your lean protein. So let's look more into it here. All right, so another item that I find helpful in this article is that they make the grocery list for you, and it has all of the ingredients are used for multiple recipes, so you can use it throughout the week. It's a good use of your time, money, and it limits your food waste. Also, what they do is they're using a lot of vegetables in their meals, whole foods, and it's not only meat-based meals, but also they give you ideas for vegetarian meals as well. All right, so let's dive right into it. We have day one for breakfast. We have the veggie egg cups. So what I like about this, of course, it's very versatile. If you don't like the veggies they use in this recipe, use your own. So if you prefer bell pepper and mushrooms with onion, you can do that. Whatever you prefer, you would just put the veggies in the cupcake tin, and then you would whisk your eggs and then pour it in and bake it. So for lunch, they have a zesty chicken bowl, very doable. You can, very versatile as well. You can add a different type of salsa, or you can, instead of using brown rice, you can use white rice or cauliflower rice. And you don't have to use chicken. You can use tofu, egg, ground turkey, or even ground beef. For dinner, they did a hearty black bean soup. So you can make the soup and then use it for a couple of different dinners, which they did here in this meal plan. But if you don't like beans, then you can use a different type of soup for this, of course. And then they did for snack the crispy spiced chickpeas. So I love this recipe. It's very good by itself, but you can also add it as a crouton into your salads. So you would just rinse the can of the chickpeas. You would dry them off real good, put a little bit of oil. You can use avocado oil, olive oil, and then you put any seasoning that you'd like. I like to use paprika, or you can use something even spicier, depending on your preferences. It's full of protein and it's very tasty. Day two, we have the apple cinnamon overnight oats. So if you haven't heard of overnight oats, it's very easy to do. You would just put the oats in a container, You put any kind of milk that you would like. You could use almond milk or regular milk. And then you would put your toppings, right? So you can use chia seeds for a bunch of nutrients that are in your chia seeds. So you can add more nutrients that way, or you can use nuts and berries if you don't like the apple cinnamon. So it's very versatile. And then they did a spinach salad, and they had roasted veggies ahead of time, and they just added the roasted veggies onto their salad. Then you have your 10-minute fried rice. You don't have to use brown rice. You can use white rice or cauliflower rice. Even you can get like prepackaged rice if you prefer. Make it a little quicker for you to cook. But 10 minutes is pretty quick. And then they did peanut butter and oat cookies. So it sounds decadent, but really it's just peanut butter with oats and a little bit of honey. They put it into a little bit of a patty form and they freeze it. And it's full of protein and whole grains. And so for day 3, we have the green smoothie. And you can do any kind of smoothie you like. Any frozen fruit will do. And you can add your almond milk with your chia seeds or even your hemp seeds to add extra nutrition. So for lunch, they did a vegetarian black bean and sweet potato tacos. If you don't like black bean or sweet potato, you can always swap out those ingredients. You can do egg tacos or even chicken tacos, tofu tacos. Again, very versatile, and add any veggies you'd like to the top of that. They did a one-pot spinach pasta, which I have done before and is really easy during the weekday, and you can put anything into it. So if you don't like the sun-dried tomatoes, you can use a fresh tomato, or you can remove the tomato and only use other vegetables like bell pepper or onion. And then we have the hummus. So that's hummus and carrots for your snack. If you don't like hummus, you can always use an apple and peanut butter or even celery and peanut butter. And then we have day 4, we're reusing our grab and go egg cups, right? So that makes it quick and easy to heat up and go. Then we have a vegetarian gyro sandwich wrap. And if you don't like the chickpeas that are in it, you can even use hummus, which is ground chickpeas, or you can do, instead of the vegetarian gyro, you can do a chicken wrap, right? And then they have, for dinner, they have a hearty grain salad with roasted chickpeas. And so they use the chickpeas as croutons, which is really good. And if you don't like your grain inside your salad, you can always use it on the side. And then we have, for snack, apples with peanut butter and yogurt dip. So they mix the peanut butter and yogurt, which is really tasty, but you can always leave it with just the peanut butter by itself if you prefer. But it's very filling and full of protein. And then we have day 5, scrambled egg breakfast tacos. You can make them into burritos. And of course, you don't have to use the black beans if you don't like them. And then for lunch, cilantro lime chicken and rice. So for this recipe, they have the roasted cauliflower with the broccoli and carrots. If you don't like that in with your cilantro lime chicken, you can always leave it on the side or put a different vegetable like bell pepper. And then we have leftover black bean soup. So we're reusing our soup, so there's no food waste. And we're reusing our crispy spice chickpeas because those make a tasty snack. Day 6, we have the hummus and fried egg flatbread. If you don't like the flatbread, you can use regular whole grain bread or English muffin. And if you don't like the hummus, you can just maybe scramble your egg and put that on top of your buttered bread. That makes for a really quick but nutritious breakfast as well. And maybe have a little fruit on the side, make it more balanced. And then we have the roasted veggie and spinach salad again for lunch. And we have a loaded sweet potato. If you don't like sweet potato, you can use a russet potato, gold potato, any kind of potato you like. And then you can put any veggies you'd like into it. They use black beans. And of course, we're reusing our peanut butter oat cookies, which are very tasty. Day 7. So we have breakfast is honey Greek yogurt parfait. Sounds fancy, but very easy to do. You just basically layer your yogurt with your oats and your honey and add your banana. If you don't like banana, you can use other fruit like berries, frozen peaches, frozen berries. Once they thaw, the juice kind of makes the yogurt very sweet and tasty. And then we have the vegetarian black bean and sweet potato tacos again. And then we have for dinner, we're also using a leftover chicken pasta because by 7 days we're exhausted, right? So we're just going to heat up those leftovers. And then we have peanut butter and banana bread. If you don't like the flatbread, you can of course use the whole grain English muffin or whole wheat bread. And then you can use your banana on top of your peanut butter. Very tasty. You can also do that for breakfast as well. Quick, easy, and full of protein and nutrients. All right, so this concludes this week's win for meal planning. And I hope you found it helpful. And if you'd like, I did add the link to this article at the bottom of this video. Have fun meal planning.